Holding the butterfly position, place the bottoms of your feet together and try to get your knees to the ground. We're going to hold here and breathe in this passive position. We're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 8. And you're just going to try to relax and let the parasympathetic nervous system kick in and allow the body to relax in this position. What you're going to do is you're going to hold this position for about 1, 2, maybe even 3 minutes before you even actively begin to start contracting the tissue that's being stretched. So let's just go ahead and breathe, and I'll let you know when to take the next step. Notice that I'm closing my eyes. That's going to help me just try to relax and also try to stop focusing on the outside disturbances. You'll see that I'm kind of messing with my toes and stretching my toes. You want to try to do absolutely nothing and just try to relax. Sometimes I do some other things like stretch out the toes or move into different positions, but you really should just be trying to sit still and just relax. Now we're going to start pressing into our legs with our elbows and pressing our elbows into our legs. So creating an isometric contraction with our adductors or the muscles that are being stretched. We're going to go from 10% to 20% to 30%, 40% effort, 50% effort. The whole body is going to begin to irradiate. So all the body's muscles are going to start recruiting to make this contraction possible. So we're going to go all the way up to 100% and hold it. Keep holding it. Go as hard as you can. Keep going. Keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. Try to go to 100%, safest, greatest effort. And then hold, hold, hold. And then from here, we're going to start our rails contraction, lift away the arms, squeeze the fists, and try to actively get the knees to the ground as hard as you can. Go, 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 go. Get those knees down, get those knees down, get those knees down, and then go back to your passive stretch. Breathe. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Just try to relax. We're going to do the same process again, but we're going to first passively stretch. So just keep breathing. After passively stretching, we're going to start going back to our pals contraction. So hold on to those ankles. Start pushing into the thighs, thighs into the elbows, 10%, 20%, 30%. Whole body begins to engage. Squeeze the abs, squeeze the chest. Find a good active engagement of the adductors. Let's go 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%. 90%, 100%, safest, greatest effort. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, contract. Now rails, try to actively get those knees to the ground. Squeeze the fists, squeeze the biceps, squeeze everything. Actively get those knees down, keep squeezing. Get those knees down, get those knees down, and go back to your passive stretch. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Just relax. This time when we do it, we're only going to do one side at a time. So we're going to start pushing down on one side, either our right or left side. So this side I'm picking my right. I'm bringing my other hand behind my body and I'm pressing down into the ground passively. I'm going to hold this position. I'm going to breathe into that just as I would in any passive hold. I'm going to breathe into that and just begin to contract just that one side eventually. So as you see here, I'm passively stretching just the right side. I'm breathing deeply, holding here. Just keep breathing. We're going to start our pals contraction, pushing the hand into the knee into the hand, feeling the contraction in the adductors on that right side. 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100%, safest, greatest effort. Pals contraction, everything you got. Keep going, squeeze, squeeze, keep squeezing, safest, greatest effort. Now we'll lift away the hand and actively try to get that knee down. Squeeze the fists, rails contraction, try to get that knee down actively, keep squeezing, and let's go back to our passive stretch. Here we are passively stretching the opposite side. We're going to breathe into that, noticing that it's a little bit harder on this side for me. So just breathing deeply into this passive stretch. We're going to begin our 10% to 20% to 30% effort into that left side, contracting the tissue that's being stretched, pushing the back hand into the ground, pushing your hand into the knee into the hand, contracting that tissue, 30%. 40% effort, whole body engages. Squeeze the abs, squeeze the hands, squeeze the chest, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100%, safest, greatest effort. Everything you got, contract, squeeze, now lift away, rails contraction, try to get that knee to the ground actively, and let's go back to our passive stretch. A little bit harder for me on that side. I had to cut it short, so if you could have gone longer, that's fine. We're gonna go back to our passive stretch. Notice that I have my hands behind me. I'm able to really actively get those knees down, and we're gonna do a little bit of kinetic stretching here. So we're gonna go up and down, bringing the knees out and up. It's gonna feel really good on the hips. Let's go ahead and finish this strong with 2 last pals and rails. Hold on to the feet, build it up to your safest and greatest effort. Slowly build it up, build that tension, squeeze the tissue, keep squeezing all the way to your safest and greatest effort. And then we're gonna go to a quick rails contraction, squeezing those fists out, actively bringing those knees down. I'm gonna do it one more time, last one. Squeeze, contract the tissue as much as you can, 100%. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little more, here we go. And our rails contraction. Let's go ahead and bring those fists out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Actively get those knees down. Good job. Awesome. Now let's go back to our passive and relax.